Brad, you said many times shooting averages average out. You got hot in the second half, as did the team. But what's running through your mind at halftime when you know how poorly you guys shot and you look at those numbers in the first half?
Yeah, the whole first half we're getting really good looks, not necessarily not only from the 3-point territory, but a lot of really good looks inside, whether it was on back cuts or post touches. They kind of let us have what we wanted in the first half, but we just weren't converting. Offensively the vibes were good going into halftime. Just knew that shots would fall. We'd keep punting them, keep finding the open guy. Thought we took really good shots in the first half. They just didn't fall.
Jim?
Brad, you guys dug yourself a pretty big hole, got close late in the first half, dug yourself another hole in the second half, got close a couple times. Just seems like you guys couldn't get over the hump. How exhausting is that in the first place, just to kind of dig yourself almost all the way back and then not be able to finish it off?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's definitely disappointing. You work so hard to get to a certain point and get it back down, but it makes it tough when you dig yourself a hole to start with. It's kind of been the story of our season so far, is we can't get over that hump. You win a couple, lose, win, lose, win, lose, have a few good possessions and then a not so good possession. So it's something that we got to continue to work on. Obviously not digging yourself a hole is probably the magic answer that helps that. But at the same time, just drawing that line, and we always say, pressing that wanted button, where if you need a stop, you got to get a stop. If you need a bucket, you got to get a bucket. So definitely frustrating and disappointing, but also, we've shown it and we know it in our locker room how good we can be. So we're going to keep working, keep believing in one another, because that's what we do here.
Tom?
Brad, we've talked about it. Obviously, the shooting. You had these stretches of when the shots just won't go in. What do you think's happening there, and what's the best way to attack that problem?
You can't really worry about if it's going in or not. You got to think about the quality of the shot. So that goes for me or the rest of our team. If we're having shooting struggles, whether it's from 3 or from 2 or the free throw line, you just got to continue to, trust your work, trust your shot. We always say it. We believe in one another that if shots are open, we're going to knock them down. Everyone's got all sorts of answers of why that may be or why not. But when it comes down, you just got to make the shot, and you got to take good shots and knock them down.
Josh?
Brad, up until that final stretch where I think Iowa ended maybe 7 of 8 from the field or 8 of 9, something like that, did you feel like you guys had played good enough defense for the large majority of the game and kind of did what you wanted to defensively, or no?
Yeah, throughout most of the game. I thought we forced them into tough looks. They have a lot of – obviously they're one of the best offensive teams in the country, so you kind of got to pick your poison. They have a few guys that really shoot the ball well, are really good and really dynamic, so you got to close out high to them. And Wieskamp had to knock down some tough looks. Luka had a few looks at the top of the key, that we wanted to take away. But at the end of the day, they knocked them down. So defensively, I thought we did a lot of really good things, but also a lot of things that we can clean up.
Back to Jeff.
Brad, one of the things that Mike has said that's critical is that guys do not feel sorry for themselves about the shots not falling and losing these games. I'm just curious if you have perceived anybody, losing confidence at this point, just the way the shots aren't falling and the way that the results are coming late.
No, I'd say most importantly that, we win as a team, we lose as a team. We make shots as a team, we miss shots as a team. So whether it's if the individual has a good game or whether an individual has a not so good game, or they make other shots, miss other shots, just to continue to keep that, team mindset and team perspective, because we're all going to go through it. And that's one of our biggest strengths. We have a lot of different guys that can pick each other up, that can, if I'm not scoring, Meech will score. If Meech isn't scoring, Michael will score. And it can go down the line all the way, for the guys that are on the floor. Definitely you can never feel sorry for yourself, because no one else feels sorry for us. That's why, we're going to continue to work. We're going to keep believing in each other, and we're going to stay committed and stay together. You win as a team, you lose as a team, like I said, and that's one thing about being in this league is you get everyone's best shot and you play the best teams every night. So, got to continue to stay together, continue to work together and figure things out. And, March is still coming.